Hello AOS fans, Robin back here again without Pete, which can mean, several things, but today it means Word Wednesday. Yes, it's Wednesday again and I am back with a book, the book being The Year of the Geek. Now if you ask my wife, she'd probably say it's been the Year of the Geek for the last 20 years, but 2018, this book is aimed at the Year of the Geek. When I say 2018, it's actually generic any year. It's basically a calendar book, but let's have a look inside. So I'll just read you the back. A day-to-day diary of the geek year, celebrating the most important events, anniversaries and adventures in the sci-fi and fantasy universe. Contents include The Big Bang Theory's Big Bang, What AI Are You?, Total Kills for Buffy the Vampire Slayer's Scooby Gang, Web of Spider-Man's Allegiances and Enemies, Superman vs Wonder Woman, Legend of Zelda Triforce, a cyberpunk family tree, The Watchmen Doomsday Clock. And that's just a few off the back. Now let's have a look inside, and you can see from the outside of the book before I go inside, it's kind of got an infographic style. On the front it says manga, anime, cult TV, open space, alternate reality, steampunk, cyberpunk, virtual reality, gaming, role playing, and literature. So this side, role playing and literature, is my superheroes, is my part of the diagram. And let's have a look inside. January the 1st, A Wrinkle in Time, published in 1962. And something close to my own heart, January the 3rd, J.r.r. Tolkien is born in 1982. 1892. January the 7th, Flash Gordon, first published in 1934. Some of them are a bit more seminal than others. January the 5th, in 2016, the Shannara Chronicles premieres on American TV. I'm not sure that one will be remembered in history. Birth of David Bowie going through. Premiere of Third Rock from the Sun. A bit more landmark. Metropolis, released in 1927. Batman the TV series premiered. Little Clockwork Orange diagram there. Bionic Woman. Dungeons and Dragons, 26th of January. Dungeons and Dragons was first released in 1974. Got a little character sheet-like infographic there. And basically, this is day after day of Geeky Facts adaptation of Watchmen, premiered in 2009, February 23rd. Ghost in the Shell, published in English. Some King Kong facts. Bit of Judge Dredd. I'll flick it open, any page. Pretty much. Batman debuts in 1939 in Detective Comics, number 27, cover date May 1939. And then we've got the Villain Effectiveness Comics versus Modern Movies, with the various sort of movies. Poison Ivy is much more effective in the comics than in the movie. I'm not quite sure how these things are rated. 5th of May in 2011, the Smithsonian announced the lineup for the art of video games. 7,500 number of attendees at Minecon 2013. 35 hours, 35 minutes, longest time played, set by Joseph Kelly in 2015. 2.5 billion amount Minecraft was sold for. And whichever way we go, we find something interesting. Christopher Lee died in 2015. Boneland, published in 2013. It's an Alan Garner fantasy novel. I haven't even heard of that one. I'm going to have to look that one up now. A little infographic about Christopher Lee's iconic roles there. Frank L. Baum was born in 1856. And this one actually, this page, when I've been looking through, this page sums up. I do really like this book. Let's get that on record first. I do really like this book. It's got loads of really interesting information in it. The problem is with it is that sometimes the text doesn't quite match up with the headline, and the infographic doesn't match up with the text. I don't mean in physical space. I just mean they don't quite go together. So kids are everywhere in science fiction, from Dorothy Gale walking around the Yellow Brick Road with the Tin Man and TikTok to Enda Wiggin in Orson Scott's Car's hugely popular novel Ender's Game. And it says in 1995 the film City of Lost was released, which is a film I don't actually remember, but in nowhere in this bit of text or this bit of text or this diagram does it say anything about the City of Lost. Maybe I'm missing something. There, but I mean, it's very interesting what it does say. It talks about gremlins, it talks about E.T. This is basically the children in science fiction novels, films, so which is interesting. but it doesn't seem to me to have anything much to do with that headline. I have noticed a few typos, but they happen. But some of the infographics, again, they're a little bit length of appearance here on this Doctor Who one, which is a really nice infographic with TARDISes and hats and scarves and fezzes. So this Doctor Who page shows some of the limitations of the book. So we've got this Doctor Who page, very nice. Or we've got all the TARDISes there, different lengths. TARDISes are clearly giving the different lengths of the Doctor, how long people were Doctors for. We've got little symbols, which I like, scarf, hats, fezzes, which is a hat, I guess, sunglasses, that sort of to denote a particular Doctor. But here it says length of appearance, but it doesn't have any units on this side. So as my old physics teacher would have said, "What is that, boy? Bananas?" That's that for me. Perhaps I'm being pedantic, perhaps I'm being a little bit geeky maybe, but that's a slight irritation. And then there's a few little things which don't quite make sense. So down here we've got Matt Smith, January 2010 to 2013, which is nearly the best part of 4 years, just less than 4 years. And down here, December 13 to December 2017, Peter Capaldi, which is 4 years, and Matt Smith is greater than Peter Capaldi's, which I'm not sure is very good, because it's not, he isn't that much longer. I don't actually know how long they were relative to each other, but there's quite the way this is scaled, there's quite a margin there, which I don't think is accurate, certainly based on these dates, although my understanding is that Peter Capaldi is no longer the Doctor, and it's not yet 2017, so maybe there's a printing mistake there. And there are a few printing mistakes in the book which I have found, which they don't spoil the book. There's nothing completely and utterly horrendously wrong, but it's a slight frustration. So that's slightly frustrating, and also some of the infographics don't quite make sense. That's perhaps the wrong word. They don't quite seem to marry up with the text. So okay, I had to switch cameras there, so probably something horrible's happened. Probably my head's chopped off now, or I've suddenly gone into low resolution, which might be better for you guys. You can't see my terrible complexion. So this Star Wars one is a lovely infographic. It's a very important date, Star Wars, 25th of May, 1977, 40 years ago this year. Brilliant. It has this lovely infographic, which has got red for the Imperials and green for the less Imperials, the Rebels, the Rebellion. But it's got shapes. Great, it's got shapes. Why has it got shapes? Don't know. Uncle Owen's round. Luke Skywalker is a big multi-sided shape. I'm not even sure what that is. A decagon maybe, because Anakin Skywalker is an octagon. Obi-Wan's an octagon. Han Solo is a hexagon. Princess Leia is a pentagon. There's no real clear understanding of why they're in those things, other than it's a bit more interesting than just putting them in squares. Finn, incidentally, is in a square, as is Rey. And I can't work that out. Maybe there's some secret code, I don't know. Darth Vader's only in a circle, Darth Maul's in a triangle. And then there's some symbols, like an animal symbol for something. Not sure what that's for. Alien, maybe, I don't know. There's a robot, that makes sense. There's a guy wearing 3D specs, a bit like Geordie LaForge. I think it's the wrong franchise. So again, I'm not really sure what that purpose is. So there are a few things that stop this book from being perfect. And the main one is they always look nice, but they don't always make complete sense. Or they're more qualitative than quantitative. There's no scale. There's no understanding of. There's no explanation of why they are like they are, which I think is a bit of a shame. There's a Jules Verne one in here, which is lovely, but it's got pictures of the space shuttle and explorers and artists and things, and I don't really understand what it's for. The text about Jules Verne is very interesting, but the actual picture. Oh, here it is. No, it's not that one. There should have to be a space shuttle. Birthday of Raj Koothrappali in The Big Bang Theory, and there's some Big Bang Theory facts, which are very nice. So that does mar the book a little bit. It's still a very nice book. Don't get me wrong. I feel like I'm being a bit hard on it when I'm speaking. Very harsh, very hard to convey. Those things are small but real issues. The bulk of the book is interesting. The text is interesting. There's stuff in there I didn't know about. There's a big section on Grant Morrison, which I didn't know. Going to find out some things about him, or read some more of his stuff. And there's quite a few book things in there I didn't realise, which I'm going to look into. So it is a really great book for anybody who's a geek, or any geeks in your life. and it would make a great present for any forthcoming festivals that may be on the horizon. It's priced £18 in the UK and 25 US dollars, 32 Canadian dollars. It's The Year of the Geek. It's by James Clarke. It's published by Alram Press. I say it's not a perfect book, but it is a good book. And it is enjoyable, and anybody who's a geek will find lots to pore over in this book and look and find and sort of go, oh yes, that's good. And to be honest, some of us geeks, you know, as I've just demonstrated, we like to have a little bit about moan about things not being completely accurate. So in some ways, it's an added pleasure of the book. Whatever, it's a good book. James Clarke, Year of the Geek. Do seek it out and see what you think. So thank you very much for listening to that. Another Word Wednesday video. I'll be along next week with another one. Who knows what that will be. Do tune in to find out. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy the video, just go make a cup of tea and relax. That's fine. Do let us know what your favourite infographic book is, if you like, or what your favourite geeky factoid is. We'd love to know. Do leave some comments. Interaction is the lifeblood of all these things, so please do interact. And until next time, then take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.